What's going on, everybody? So the version 3.2 job marketing happened just about like a week ago, and we have two 5 stars coming in version 3.2. There's no 4 star, but I mean, Honkai Star Rail doesn't really release 4 stars that often. Same thing with Honkai Impact, so no real surprise there for me at least. But anyways, the first character is Casters, and she was job marketed first, so chances are she's probably going to be coming in the first half of 3.2, which is surprising. I always thought that whenever she was going to come out, I thought she'd come out in the second half. But as you can see, Amphoria is the Saga of Heroes casters. She's one of the Chrysos heirs slash flame chasers, whatever you want to call them. Her quote here is, "Welcome to Akima. I'm Casterus. Apologies if it is my habit to keep my distance from others. I can get closer if you wish. However," and it just ends there. We don't know what the however is, but she probably keeps her distance because, the whole like death thing that we've seen from her. She is a 5 star, but that is to be expected, right? Most of the Chrysos heirs are probably going to be 5 stars. She's Quantum Remembrance. Since Remembrance is a new path, chances are we're probably going to be getting a lot of Remembrance characters throughout the 3.0 updates, throughout the Amphoria story. Especially, considering how one of the paths, the canonical paths of Amphorius is Remembrance, one is Erudition, and then the last one we don't know. It does make sense. The story has a big theme around Remembrance. It's not necessarily tied directly to Remembrance, but the Remembrance path does play a big part of it, especially with the Memo Keepers as well. So it does make sense that we get a lot of Remembrance characters, but that was just a quick little side tangent, right? Here it says Servant of Death and Casters. Like I said, she has a little theme around death. The land that reveres death, Idona, where snow falls endlessly, has today drifted into a sweet slumber. Casters, daughter of the River of Souls, Chrysos heir in search of death core flame, sets forth. You must guard the lament of souls and embrace the solitude of destiny. Life and death are but a journey. When butterflies alights on the branch, what withers will bloom anew. She has multiple affiliated cities. One is just a question mark. One's Idonia, or Idonia, not Idona. My fault. Idonia, right? The snowy city, which I guess reveres death. And then Akima, we know this. Chances are most of the Chrysos heirs are probably gonna, be affiliated with Akima. Her divine authority is Hand of Shadow, Thanos from Squid Game. I'm looking forward to Casters. She's Remembrance. I'm not too sure if I'll pull for her, but we're gonna have to wait and see. I already have quite a bit of good DPSs, right? I have the Herda, I have Firefly, even though they're both E0 S0. I have Acheron, who's also E0 S0, but I might just honestly save throughout these next few patches until Herda comes back and then go for her Lycone and maybe an Eidolon or two. But that's about it for Casters. We're gonna have to wait and see until the kit gets revealed or potentially leaked. But anyways, the next character here is Anaxa. He's Wind Erudition and also a 5 star. I'm especially hyped for him because, he's, allegedly or apparently the XP of Sue from Honkai Impact. And, for anyone who knows, it's kind of obvious at this point, but I'm a huge Honkai Impact fan, especially for part 1. So seeing a character from Honkai Impact appear in Honkai Star Rail, there's just like a special hype around it that a lot of people don't get to experience. But anyways, this is Anaxa. Like I said, he's Wind Erudition, and allegedly he'll be the best in slot Erudition for the Herda. We don't know yet. That's just a rumor. If that is the case, then for the Herda mains, he would be a damn near must pull. But if you have Jade, Anaxa might be overkill considering how I don't believe in Honkai Star Rail power creep. I think the problem is HP inflation. The power creep in the game is not that rampant. There's been maybe 4 or 5 characters that have actually been severely power crept. The majority of the cast are still fine, but the Herda is definitely a character that has power crept everybody. I will say that for sure. Herda is so good that she has just straight up power crept every other DPS in the game. Firefly, Acheron, despite them still being technically power crept by Herda, they're still viable, right? Especially considering how you need multiple team comps, multiple DPSs. You can't have one. Even having 2 DPSs get a little iffy at times, so you want to have multiple. The Herta is just a really good pick among those DPSs, but I'm going off on another side tangent here. As we can see, you know, F4 is a saga of heroes. Anaxa is another one of the Chrysos heirs slash flame chasers, whatever you want to call them. My name is Anaxagoras, one of the 7 sagas of the Grove of Epiphany, founder of the Naus Purists. Now, don't make me repeat the following again. Rule number 1, do not call me Anaxa. Rule number 2, never interrupt me. Silence is golden. Remember that. So he's got a little bit of like sass to him, I guess, kind of like Dr. Ratio almost. Which for Honkai Impact fans, you all would know that is like about as different as it could get from Sue, but I guess that's pretty common with Honkai Impact XPs. You know, they look the same, but they have a totally different personality. Demised scholar Anaxagoras at the Grove of Epiphany, where knowledge flourishes and philosophers are born. Yet here stands Anaxagoras, the blasphemer, the Chrysos heir who challenges the core flame of reason. Would you truly embrace infamy and defy prophecy, driving the throne or the thorns of doubt into the sacred tree of wisdom? Ridiculous. In a world full of lies, I am the only truth. Affiliated city Grove of Epiphany. I guess the Grove of Epiphany is a straight up city. That's one of the new maps that's going to be coming out in 3.1. So chances are we're probably going to be seeing Anaxa a little bit in 3.1. Actually, we've already seen him in the trailer, so we know he's going to be a part of the 3.1 story. But I guess the Grove of Epiphany counts as its own city, and his divine authority is Cersis, Bow of Rift. I don't even know what the divine authority means, but they're saying it there, so I might as well read off of it. But that's Anaxa, right? There's no third 5-star, not that they'll likely ever do that. There's no 4-star. That's about it for these two characters. I'm hyped for Cassius and I'm hyped for Anaxa. Will I pull for them? Depends on how good they are. Last time there was an erudition character that was revealed for a patch. I thought they were gonna be buns, and that of course is Herta. And before that was Rappa, and I thought Rappa was also gonna suck, but she does not suck. Rappa's actually pretty good. In some cases, she's better than Firefly, and then of course the Herta. The Herta has just she's power crept everybody, but that's about it. I'll see y'all. Goodbye.